clear message to Heat without saying a word.
Mm.
What is he implying? Well,
Time to pay me?
well, it all comes down to that. Yes, you cut to the chase. The short version is I'm getting paid. Long version is Tyler Herro is sending a clear message to the Miami Heat without even saying a word so far this offseason. That's because his actions speak loud and clear. That message is that Tyler Herro is ready to lead the Heat, whether the front office or fan base entirely believes in him to do that or not. Tyler Herro ready to be the leader of this team, to be the alpha. We need a hero. We need a leader. He needs to lead us with his play on the court. We know Bam Adebayo. He's the captain. He is the leader of the team. But his numbers are not going to lead your team. Tyler Herro needs to have the
So what they saying, they want Tyler Herro to be a superstar?
I think Tyler Herro wants to be a superstar.
Oh, okay. Tyler Herro wants to be a superstar.
After a pretty uninspiring ending, to say the least, to the 2024-2025
I agree with you. I agree with you, Dan, because Kuzan, after he was announced to the All-Star, his game kind of took a dip towards the right after the All-Star break. So, I mean, I think they see star in Tyler Herro.
You need him.
But can he be a superstar?
You need him to be as big of a star as, I mean, of course, everybody needs to be as big of a star as they can possibly be, but you really need that because right now, you look, where's your punch coming from? Your punch has to come from Tyler Herro. He's been working with Kel'el Ware in the offseason, further showing that he's ready to lead this team and to be one of the flag bearers. And he's said it multiple times that he and Bam are the pillars of this team. He said, you can pay me now or you can pay me later. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
I love that.
That's what Tyler Herro is telling him. So, yeah, is Tyler Herro, that's the question I was going to ask. Is Tyler Herro really just turning over a new leaf because he's ready to be a big-time star in this league? Or is Tyler Herro turning a new leaf because he's ready to get a big paycheck from the Miami Heat? I would say...
I think it's a little bit both.
I was going to say, like we usually do on this show, there's not extremes. Sometimes it's a little bit of column A, a little bit from column B. I think Tyler Herro does want to be that star, and he's willing to put in the work. He did it in the offseason last year. Maybe it's a little bit of, hey, if I can be a better player and I can be financially better, why wouldn't I? Which, to be honest, Vlad, isn't that how we all approach business in our lives? If you can be a better person and get better paid, why not? Do what it takes. But they do need some punch from Tyler Herro. And Tyler Herro did have a great season last year. But we still need some more punch. They do ask the question, how will Herro approach the contract extension? That's the interesting part right there. Lock themselves in a 1-2 punch, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Herro for the foreseeable future until they can negotiate the contract with Herro. At this point, it's almost impossible to predict how this will play out, but there's no question it's the most interesting storyline remaining this offseason. Herro is doing everything he can to prove himself to the Heat this summer. He's done so without even having to say a single word. Is it enough for Miami, though? That's the question, Vlad. I don't see Tyler Herro going anywhere. I don't see Pat Riley making a trade or letting him go. I figured they're going to find a way, right? Whether you like it or not, whether you're a Tyler Herro lover or a Tyler Herro detractor, you got to find a way. Who else are you going to get? Of course, he is always in these trade talks every year. But right now, seems like the best option you have. He was an all-star last year.
Yeah, but guys, you know what it is?
Once again, I am going to hear, I hear the detractors right now going, did you see what Cleveland did to him in that playoff series where they neutralized him?
Okay.
I understand.
Cool. We saw that.
That is a little worrisome. Absolutely. Did you see how this team had problems in the fourth quarter last year? I remember that. It was painful. Those are things he's going to have to work on if he wants to be a top flight player and a top flight paid player. Could the Miami Heat at some point, if they see a deal they like, ship Tyler Herro out? Vlad, I'll tell you this. Pat Riley will do whatever it takes.
You think so?
I do think so. If you can get a good deal, or you can get some nutty GM like, I don't know, Nico Harrison to make some type of stupid trade.
My man said Nico Harrison.
The guy's got to take some heat, man. The guy's got to take a little bit of heat. I'm sorry.
Oh, he's going to take some heat. There's no denying that. He's going to take some heat, but yeah.
We'll see what happens with Tyler Herro, man. But at least we know he put in the work. He did everything Pat Riley asked last year, and he had his best season yet. He seems to be doing even more this year to improve himself and his status with the team. Hopefully, we'll see even more improvement. Working with Kel'el Ware, of course, the question for Kel'el Ware is his professionalism. Is Tyler Herro teaching about professionalism? Because Herro knows a little thing or two about professionalism. After all these years, every offseason being talked about in trades and handling his business and just getting better. That's one of those things that Tyler Herro can bring to this team.
I realize, bro?
What's going on?
Tyler and Tua, they all grown up now.
Yep, no more of this. They're still getting accustomed or learning. There's no excuse. They're pros.
They're 5 years with the organization. They've seen success. They've seen failure. So they are they're the voice of the franchise, at least from the player's perspective. And you're in a situation right now where you could pay him now and get him at a good deal, or he can go out, ball out, show out, and then now you're in a situation where you got to pay him a little bit more, or another team might say, hey, he's shown that he's able to take that next step. Maybe he'll be a pivotal piece that we need for our franchise. So I don't think he's worried. I think he would love to stay in Miami. Who wouldn't? But
yeah, because your act doesn't play as well in Utah and Charlotte or even New Orleans.
He might work in Utah.
No. To be clear, real quick, he is eligible for that extension October 1st, so before the season. So when you say pay him now or pay him later, when we say pay him now, pay him before the season starts, or you can pay him later in the season or after the season and see if the price goes up and price goes down. That is a very risky thing to do. They're actually talking about this the other day. Jerry Jones, if you know how much money Jerry Jones has quote unquote wasted by waiting to pay his players instead of signing them early because the whole Micah Parsons thing. Dak Prescott, he had to do it 3 times. Now this Micah Parsons thing is going to cost him a ton of money.
Yeah, but Jerry just wants his name mentioned, bro. That's all it is.
But
because you know what's
so much
money. And I know, but Dan, in his mind, I'll spend so much money because he's probably made so much money more on the simple fact that they're being talked about. You know what's going to happen, fam. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
September 4th, around 5:33 p.m. Eastern, you're going to find out Micah Parsons just signed a 5-year deal, a 4-year deal extension, a 4-year extension with the Dallas Cowboys, making him the highest paid non-quarterback in the league, surpassing TJ Watt's contract that he signed a couple of weeks ago. And that's that's all these guys want, for one day to say they were the highest paid player in their position, just for one day. And the guy that's behind them is like, yes, we want you to sign so that we can jump over you and become the highest paid player.
A little nasty, not mentioned very often, is the Players Association also pushes for that.
Right, but the players
is the market.
Right, and also the players.
Nasty.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's nastiness and players. NFLPA kind of go
We're not
together.
We're not going to get into what happened.
Kind of go together
recently.
Right now. They kind of go together right now. Nastiness and the NFLPA.
But this is the thing; it just makes sense now. If you're the Heat and you like Tyler Herro, or even if you sign him early, you get a better contract on him. You can keep him. If you trade him, he has a better contract than if you would have waited and tried to either trade him or, well, I guess if you don't sign him, then you could trade him on the contract that he's at now and get the other way around. But if you like a guy, and if I think the Heat like Tyler Herro, on October 1st, get the deal done. Make it easy on everyone. And if things don't work out, you can trade him and figure out the money situation, which the Heat, gonna have to try to. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting October 1st, or at the very beginning of October, before the season starts, because the season probably starts around October 20th, somewhere around there. It's going to be interesting to see what it's going to go down with the Heat and Tyler Herro. And we know Pat Riley, he's not one of those guys that just writes checks. We learned in the Jimmy Butler situation. So we're going to see how the whole Tyler Herro situation plays out and hope that this Miami Heat team can make things happen.